On this episode of Fumble Puck, we're gearing up for round 3, Vegas versus Montreal. We talk pizza, we talk Petry, we talk Pacioretty, and we talk the Niagara Falls, which is hilarious. All this and more on Fumble Puck. Okay, everybody, we're back with Fumble Puck with Ashley and Noah. Ashley, how are you? It is the day before game day right now as we record.
It is. I'm excited to watch game 1. I watched game 1, a bit of the Isles and the Tampa Bay Lightning today. I was happy with the outcome. And I got my second shot on Friday. And I made me realize I don't think I ever had the flu before. Because holy shit was I not well Friday into Saturday. Oh my God.
I don't think I've ever had the flu. What did it feel like? Like, what was it different from like a normal fever?
I didn't actually. So this is the weird part. I didn't actually have a fever. However, I felt like I did. I was shaking under my covers. I had my heater blasting in my room. My bedroom got up to 23 or 24 degrees. And I was still my teeth were chattering. My hands were freezing cold. My feet were freezing cold. But the rest of me was so hot that if I slept on my side and put my head onto my pillow, I felt like I was burning through my pillow. And I couldn't sleep like that. So I was up till 6 something in the morning. I slept 2 hours total that night, if you want to call it sleep. I kept waking up every 10 seconds. It was horrible. My whole body was cramping and I had aches and pains throughout my entire body. And it went on from 1 a.m. till about, I guess when I fell asleep at 6 a.m., it was a little bit better, but it was, oh my God. And then yesterday my leg still felt a bit weird. But by last night, I was fine. And today, my arm's just a tad sore, but nothing crazy. But oh my God, did I feel like shit. And I realized I couldn't even take a Tylenol to make it feel better because it's all you're allowed to take is Tylenol. As for this woman and everybody else that I know. And I bought Gravol in case I was nauseous. And the weird part is, I'm sorry, this is too much information, but I got nauseous, but it was because I was starving. It wasn't normal nausea. It was I was so hungry I had to eat, which I tend to get sometimes, but this and my blood sugar wasn't even low. It was a really weird, and my blood sugar was affected. It goes high because sometimes when you get injections, your blood goes high, and it was such a bad night. But I'm fine now. But the second shot, not
good.
Fine.
You're vaccinated. You're fully vaccinated.
I am. I can't wait for 2 weeks and I'm officially fully vaccinated. But yes, it was scary though, I have to say. And the woman warned me. She's like, "This just an FYI, this is gonna happen." And I'm like, "Maybe not." And she's like, "Good luck."
Yeah, okay, chump,
Yeah, exactly. Good luck, honey. And I was like, oh. And oh my God. 4 hours later, my arm started to hurt. And I was like, eh. And then by 6 hours later, I was like, oh God. And then I was just down. I was like,
damn.
Oh. Yeah, so I know I've had some leg ache pain from flus before, but nothing compared to this. Oh my God. I take Tylenol because Tylenol interferes with the diabetes thing that I have. So it was so bad. yeah, but I'm good.
Good.
Yeah. 7 more weeks for you.
Yeah, I think I'm scheduled for September for my second dose.
Yeah, they'll move you up.
Yeah, probably. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah,
no one else seems worried about it, by the way, based on the last 3 days at work.
Oh my God, it's so scary. I know here too, patios and insides are full and people aren't wearing masks. And what are you people doing?
It's over for 90% of the population, right? They're back to normal.
It's so scary.
We couldn't even keep people separated from their tables. And so in Ontario right now, it's 4 per table unless this is the verbiage of it. It's 4 per table unless you're part of a large family or unless you're a caregiver for someone or if you live alone. Wait, if you live alone, you can have more than 4 at a table. So if there's 10 people that all live alone, all 10 can get together? Is that how that works?
I guess that doesn't make sense. Yeah.
So I'm in this mode right now where I actually just brewed a coffee and it's 8 o'clock at night, 8:07 now as we're recording on Sunday night. I brewed a coffee because I'm so tired, but it's one of those really, you ever been good tired?
No.
So I am completely exhausted right now. My gas tank is empty. It'll be charged by tomorrow, so I'm good. But I put in 3 super long days at work. I haven't worked till 3 a.m. in over a year. I did 3 days in a row till 3 a.m. It was wild, but I'm tired, but it's that feel good satisfaction of having done a great job and having great people and it went well. So I'm in a really good spot right now. I'm sniffling a little because I just fed my rabbit. I think I'm allergic to my rabbit now, which sucks. Yeah. But hey, I ate a lot of pizza today. So that's
Did
cool.
you?
Yeah, I've been eating super healthy ever since the start of the playoffs. As part of my like no drinking during the playoffs, I figured why not eat healthy? And so I decided today, after like 4 weeks, is my cheat day. So I went on a cheat day and I ate a lot of pizza. It was cool.
What do you have as your topping?
So there's 2 places I order from in Ottawa, either Domino's or this place chain called Milano's. Milano's is amazing. There's a couple of other good mom and pop shops that I like, but Milano's, like, you can't go wrong. They do pepperoni under the cheese, which is cool. I like both versions, but like that's once in a while, that's nice. They put an absurd amount of cheese on their pizza. So I got 2 pizzas. One was all dressed, so pepperoni, mushrooms, and green peppers. Green peppers, by the way, are the most underrated pizza topping ever. Okay. They're just really good on pizza. And then the other one was bacon, onion, and green peppers.
Oh, okay. I only like cheese, so I'm like one of those boring plain
That's
people.
pretty boring, yeah.
I know, but that's how I like my pizza. My mom is a pepperoni person. I'm not.
Lately from Domino's, because Domino's has a lot of different types of pizzas that I enjoy, but I've been doing bacon and jalapenos as a combo on a pizza when I feel like something spicy, and it's really good.
That's a weird mix.
Yeah, I know. So like somebody was talking, it was like on Twitter, someone was like jalapenos on pizza, and I was like, that's weird. I've never thought of that before. And I haven't had it in years. Like, it wasn't a thing. So I got back into it, and yum. Great.
Have you tried pineapple on pizza?
So, So, you know what I think about the big internet debate of is pineapple acceptable on pizza?
What do you think?
Who the fuck cares? Pardon my language. Like, put whatever the hell you want on pizza. I like pineapple on pizza. I think Hawaiian pizza is awesome. I don't think there's anything wrong you can put on pizza except for broccoli. And I know some people put broccoli in their pizza. That's just dumb. Everything else is fair game, though. If you want to put anchovies, like, it's weird, but okay. If you want to put coconut on your pizza, no problem. Like I
have one. I have a question. How about steak on a pizza?
I wouldn't be my choice, but if someone served it to me, like there's no such thing as a bad pizza. It just doesn't exist. So if there was steak on it, I'd be like, it's not the best pizza I've ever had, but it's pretty good. Although I imagine if you cut the steak properly and had Montreal steak spice on it, that might be good. Now I'm kind of curious. I might have to try that out. I don't think you can order that from a pizzeria. I think they'd screw it up.
So I'm asking this because last night my parents went to dinner at someone's house and the person had a pizza oven outside. So they made them pizza and then their meal was steak. And I was like, what? You had pizza and steak? That's kind of gross. Like not together, but still like they don't go together, right? So I figured, how about if you put steak on a pizza? And that's where this came from. It was just in my head because of last night's dinner that I didn't even partake in, but I just thought it was kind of weird.
Speaking of foods that don't go well together, so like I never used to be that kind of a person. I was like, everything goes together. Like when I was a young kid, I went to Cuba with my family, and I ate peanut butter and olive sandwiches like every day. I know it sounds weird, right? But like I was like, I like peanut butter, I like olives, so who cares? Yesterday. Actually, technically today, it was this morning when I woke up, I had something that didn't mix well together. It was a butter chicken lasagna. Love butter chicken, love lasagna. They basically replaced the rice with like lasagna noodle, kind of some spinach in there. Pretty not good, you know.
That sounds revolting.
That sounded cool. Like Stacey got him like, oh, that's interesting. Like I'll always try something new, you know. But nah, no thanks. I'll pass.
I am so the opposite of trying something new. Like I stick to all my old.
No.
I know. Well, you know me, but a lot of people who don't know me don't know that. But I am like the most boring, bland. Yeah.
Double salsa, no green onions.
No onions. Really.
No salt on the fries, depending if you're with your mom or not.
Exactly. It's much more her than me. I don't care as much.
You're just a good daughter. I respect that. That's awesome. That's why I said it's when you're with your mom. I respect that. Yeah. You are happy to modify your food to accommodate the person you're with. That's awesome.
I am. Yeah. Yep, I definitely am. Especially my mom. She does enough for me that I don't mind doing whatever I can for her. So, yeah.
She's awesome. I miss her.
I would say I miss her too, but I just saw her, so I don't miss her that much.
Yeah, you probably don't miss her. You see her all the time.
Exactly. I didn't during COVID. It was very hard, but I'm seeing.
You know what else is going to be very hard?
What? Winning this series?
Winning this series.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence. I think the Habs will do it, man. Knock wood.
I don't think that there's anything that anyone could say to me to convince me to count out the Montreal Canadiens right now. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed win because I know better, but We've been told we were going to get dummied twice in a row now. Now look at I just think anything could happen at this point in time.
There was two reporters.
Montreal, New York final makes sense to me.
There's 2 reporters who has us winning the series now out of 13. So I like our odds. Oh, no, out of 15. Wait, out of 13.
Yeah, on the list, there's only 2 that chose Montreal. It was Montreal in 7, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, both of them. And I'm like, no, I think Montreal in 6. I'd love to. You know what would be amazing? Game 6 is Saint Jean-Baptiste Day in Montreal.
That would be so cool.
There's going to be so many riots regardless, but that'd be a great, great, great way to have Saint Jean-Baptiste. So.
You know what? Like one of the surefire signs that we're out of COVID is going to be a Montreal hockey riot. Is there anything more normal than that?
Yeah, I know. It's disgusting. So bad. Oh, my God.
So there's a lot to talk about with this series, right? So first thing off the bat, I want to talk about the good news. Jeff Petry is flying to Vegas, which
so's Jake Evans, and so's
John Merrill, yeah.
I almost said Joe Dirt.
I would have got what you were saying. I understand that reference, like the Captain America meme. I got that reference. But the important thing about Petry is that seems reasonable that he's going to play in game 1 or 2, right? Like if not game 1, game 2, hopefully game 1. Do you believe it's possible that Dom Ducharme is just lying to the media and that Petry's ready to go?
Well, he hasn't had a practice with the team yet, and he did comment that will be tomorrow or Tuesday, he thinks. So I think if he practices tomorrow, then he should play tomorrow night. I'm not really expecting it, but I'm hoping because Jeff Petry's awesome. He's hashtag MVP
MVP.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping that he will play tomorrow, but I'd say 70% chance he does not.
If he doesn't play, how do we roll those D pairings?
Well, I saw today they were practicing. It was Sherratt Weber, Edmondson Kulak, and then Gustafsson Romanov.
Yikes.
It's not the prettiest, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest test of Kulak's entire career.
And Gustafsson and Romanov, but yeah.
Well, Gustafsson, I think, is kind of locked in his spot because he's got that niche. Like, he's been electric on the power play, so I feel like that's safe-ish right now.
Yeah.
Like, him and Cole Caulfield, I was looking earlier today at the expected goals numbers. Like, the stats that those two put up on the power play, it's incredible. They should do, so that top pair of Gustafsson, Perry, Caulfield, Suzuki, and Toffoli, they should just play that the entire 2 minutes.
Yeah. I actually really expect Caulfield to light the lamp a lot this series, if I'm being honest.
I hope so. That would be freaking amazing because I'm scared of someone on the other team who lights the lamp a lot.
Me too. But you know what I realized about Cole Caulfield? Here's my dream for who I want him to be. I want him to be Braden Point.
No.
Why?
I want him to be Marty St. Louis.
I think Braden Point's better than Marty St. Louis.
That is absolutely ridiculous. I will fight you on that statement. He's a Hart winner, Art Ross winning Stanley Cup champion. Like, Marty St. Louis is one of the best players of all time. He's the best undrafted player of all time, except for Wayne Gretzky, who wasn't technically drafted.
I am kidding. Chillax. I am kidding.
So anyways, Cole Caulfield is Marty St. Louis. I'm not saying you heard it here first, but, they're even the same size.
Actually, I have to tell you, though, as of right now, Braden Point, I believe, has more points in his beginning of his playoff career. Yeah. Braden Point is more than a point per game compared to Marty St. Louis, who is not. He had 90 points in 107 games, and Braden Point is currently at 63 and 56.
Oh, Marty St. Louis can't hear anything we're saying because he's got his Hart and Art Ross trophies plugged in his ears.
Okay, Patrick. Okay.
Did you know that Martin St. Louis complimented Stacy on her engagement ring and said I did a very good job picking it out, and it makes him think that I'm a good guy.
Aw, is it you who picked it out?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking.
So she was serving him at work when we lived in Toronto, and he saw the ring. And he's like, "Oh, show me that." He's like, "Oh, nice." Like, "Oh, whoever got you that, your guy seems like a really good guy."
Aww.
And then she did the whole Marty St. Louis is in my top 5 favorite hockey players of all time. So she was just like, "Yeah, my fiance absolutely adores you. Like, he thinks you're one of the best hockey players ever." It was cool.
Oh, where did that? I guess you'll tell me later.
It was Dave Andrechuk's Hockey Hall of Fame induction party.
Oh, nice.
So it was so they had their after party. They rented out the entire the Loose Moose in Toronto, which is where Stacey worked. They rented out the entire basement, and they were like, "Okay, Stacey, you're serving the three of them." So there were like three NHLers, like, and a bunch of other people. She's like, "You're serving them because you're the only one who knows who they are." No one else did. But it was Marty St. Louis, Dave Andrechuk, and Brad Richards.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad that he thinks you're a stud.
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm also as talented at hockey as he is.
You're as talented at hockey as he is?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
No, that's not true. I made that up, but Cole Caulfield might be.
Okay, so I will take him either as Marty St. Louis or as Braden Point. Is that better?
No, because Braden Point's a bad guy. He plays for Tampa. He's a bad guy.
But he's so good, man.
I think Marty St. Louis played for Tampa back when they weren't the bad guy.
Because they didn't win that much.
Yeah, they didn't turn heel until like 2014 or whatever it was.
Exactly. And he was playing for the Rangers by then? Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, fine. Whatever, you win. I'm just saying.
So the goal scorer on the other team that we need to be aware of, like, everyone's talking about this storyline, so I'm just going to drop it on the table. Pacioretty versus Nick Suzuki. Max Pacioretty is doing really freaking well. And yeah, I'm excited to see him shut down.
I hope he is shut down. Yes, let's go, Dano.
Dano versus Mark Stone. I don't think a lot of people are talking about that matchup because they're so focused on the Suzuki Pacioretty storyline and stuff, and like the Price versus Fleury storyline. But Stone versus Dano, that's like two of the top four defensive players in the league. Probably going to be playing against each other.
Well, it's also going to be Stone versus Lehkonen because Dano is going to be up against Chandler Stevenson, a.k.a. who? Just kidding.
Yeah.
I know this, but no one knows. That
line is Stone, Stevenson, and Pacioretty.
Yeah, I know.
Wild. I think Stone should win the Selke this year. I don't think it's particularly close either. But who knows? They're probably going to give it to Patrice Bergeron.
Well, I really hope that Adam Fox wins the Norris.
The fact that Victor Hedman's name is on the ballot is deeply concerning. Because it shouldn't be anywhere near that list this year. And that makes me think that there's going to be a lot of dumb voting.
So something, by the way, do you know that this is the first time in the history of the NHL that the Habs can win the Clarence Campbell, is that the name?
Yeah, the Western Conference Trophy.
Yeah, how weird is that? It's the only trophy we don't have. Besides, I don't think we have a President's Trophy, but that's a whole other story.
We have to have a President's Trophy.
I actually don't think we do.
When was it introduced?
Yeah, that's why. We have the old version. We don't have the new one.
Okay.
I think it's that one.
It was like 2008 or something like that. We almost won the President's Trophy. We missed it by like 2 points or something, didn't we?
Yeah, it came in 1985, 86. And I'm pretty sure that's the only trophy we do not. Yeah, we don't have it. This is the one trophy we don't have. We have the earlier version, but not this one.
So we need to win the Western Conference Trophy.
Yes.
Just to assert dominance. Like, this has to happen now. That's fate.
I know, right?
Oh my God, this is so exciting.
We can win a trophy that we've never had, which is really cool because we have them all.
That's really cool.
That sounded really pretentious. I didn't mean it that way.
Knock on wood, please. There you go. You're forgiven.
There you go.
there's like a lot to like in this series. Like, Vegas has this reputation of being, and not a reputation, it's because it's fact, right? They're a big team. They skate hard. They roll four lines. They run you over. They check a lot. Like, they're not that much bigger than us. Like, we know we have like the reputation of being a small team, but we have a ton of big guys this year. We play a pretty similar style. It just seems like their skill is a little more high end, but our depth is better.
Our depth is better? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like I would put the fourth line of Eric Stahl, Armia, and Perry against who they got, William Carrier and Belmar and Nikolai, I think. Is that their fourth line?
No, Nikolai, I believe, centers the third line, I want to say. I think he centers...
Oh, Brian Reeves on the fourth line, the other guy.
Yeah.
He sucks at hockey. He's just really bad at hockey.
But he beats people up, does he not?
Yeah, so I hope he doesn't, because if he gets suspended again, whoever they put into the roster will be better at hockey than him. You want him to play.
I get it. That's funny.
Ryan Reeves actually has his own beer company now in Las Vegas. I'd be curious to try his beer.
Does he? He's from Winnipeg. Did you know that?
I did not know that, but that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, his beer company is called 75 Brewing Co.
Exactly. He's number 75. He was featured on Bar Rescue once.
Was he really?
Yeah. Him and Nate Schmidt.
It's called the Grim Reaver. Sorry.
Awesome,
That's
right?
funny. That's funny. Yeah, I like that. Okay. That's going to be interesting. Yeah, you know what? We do play a similar style. I don't really expect too many blowouts in this one. I know our record against them is 5-1, which doesn't mean anything because it's a whole other breed in the playoffs.
No, we haven't seen them in a year and a half.
Exactly. But their team stayed mostly the same. So we'll see. And hopefully we can beat Fleury.
We've done it before, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think of all the storylines we're talking about, the least intimidating one is Marc-Andre Fleury because we have beaten him before.
Exactly. I agree.
Like, if there is any, and so you saw the odds, right? Like, it's like an 82% chance that Vegas wins this one. Like, those are astronomical odds against us again. So let's go. Like, you know?
I like these odds. I really do. I like being the underdog. It's way more fun.
Yeah, like I said it. We're playing with house money right now.
Yep.
There's no pressure on us.
Nope.
Just go out there, play your game, and see what happens, right?
And as the Montreal Canadiens said, always bet on red. I love that.
That's actually pretty cool.
I love it. And they had a picture of Toffoli. It was great. It's great. It's so good. I really hope they get a picture of Toffoli putting money down on red. Except I don't think they can actually go and bet in the playoffs, like because of COVID. So I'm guessing they can't actually do that. But that would have been a really cool shot too.
I think casinos are probably open there.
Oh, they are open. Everything's open. It's Vegas, man. Vegas,
Exactly.
They didn't even want to shut down. They're like, oh, we'll try herd immunity here. Let us do whatever we can. We don't want to close. And then we're like, yeah, you're closing. That was last year. Their mayor was crazy. But it's more that I think the Habs are stuck in a COVID bubble. I don't think they're allowed to do anything.
Oh.
Yeah. Because why? I mean, they're the only ones in Vegas still wearing masks. Let's leave it at that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's scary.
I'm going to try to go to one of the games 3 or 4 or 6, one of the 3, because not only obviously for the obvious reason it's freaking cool to go to, Vegas is the only team I've never seen. Oh,
really? Well, if you need someone to sit next to you, I will go with you. I'm double vaccinated now.
There you go.
I'll pay for the ticket, obviously. But I can't even apply because I'm not a season ticket holder. So,
Yeah, so like they do a lottery. You put your name in. We put our name in for the lottery with our season tickets. I think the draw happens tomorrow, if I'm being honest. So I might find out tomorrow. But that's pretty exciting. I would pay anything to go to these games. I don't like work is on the standby knowing that I might have to be replaced if I get tickets. So it's good.
Well, if you need someone to sit next to you, I'll do it.
Heard.
Awesome. But yeah, no, I can't even apply. But that's okay. Whatever.
You know what's not okay?
What?
I'm going to swing this into our update around the league right now. Like, I think everyone's talked to death about the upcoming series, so we're good. We're excited to watch it tomorrow. Did you see Niagara Falls?
I believe I'm the one who texted you it.
It was you, right? Okay. I love it, first of all. I want to make sure that's clear. I love it. It is some next level trolling. It is unfathomable to me. Like, absolutely. It is peak idiocy on the part of everything to do with Ontario that they would have the short-sightedness to do that not once, but twice on their landmarks. Well, there is no chance in hell we would ever do that here for the Maple Leafs. It would never happen.
I have 2 thoughts on this. One, both locations are Canadian owned. They're not Toronto owned. I understand they're in Ontario. They're not even owned by Ontario. They're Canadian. So therefore, they're supporting Canada's team. I agree Montreal would never do this, but that's because we don't have anything that's Canada owned in our city. So these 2 things are part of Canada.
There's no such thing as Canada's team. It does not exist.
But we're the one coming out of it as Canada's team. I'm not saying
everyone is cheering for us to lose in Canada, not win.
Well, I'm cheering for us to
There's
win.
no such thing as like a national, like everyone in the country get behind. Like, I would cry if any team brought the cup back to Canada except for Montreal. Like, the idea that they don't understand that nobody wants Montreal to win in this country except for Montreal fans, it's crazy to me. How dumb are they?
That's not true. Some
Montreal fans want Montreal to win. No one else is cheering for Montreal. No Leafs fans are converted. No Sens fans are converted. No Jets fans are converted. Everyone's just like, screw this. I hate them. And that's fine.
Well, okay. But my other thought process on this is, first of all, it's awesome.
It's so good.
And second of all, too bad. You want to win? Win. We did it.
I love that they're like trolling their own people. Like, people that loathe our team and are butthurt from losing in the first round to us have to drive past that every day on their way to work. It's wonderful. And it's not the first, it's the second landmark.
Well, you know what? TSN, Sportsnet, and CBC don't support us, so at least our landmarks are, right?
See, like, at least TSN and CBC and them are doing it right because they're stationed in Toronto. They're, like, playing to their local markets. Like, I don't like that they do it, but I get it.
I don't get it. You know? Don't be biased. Makes me sick. Yeah.
Well, they're all biased, right? And, like, they're from Toronto. I don't know.
I don't care where they're from. Don't be biased. You're doing a national coverage. It's not the Toronto Maple Leafs coverage. It's the national coverage. Don't be biased. News
program. You've never watched a news program that isn't biased. Every single piece of news you've ever watched in your entire life is biased.
But this isn't a news program. It's a sporting event. Like, come on.
Even more biased then. Exactly.
Well, it makes me say, look, if I can be unbiased, that was my job, I can be unbiased. I mean, I wouldn't be happy.
I don't think you can.
I could if I had to be, but I'm not being paid to do this. So therefore.
Anyway, it's crazy they did it, but I love it. I hope that every single building in the province of Ontario goes bleu, blanc, rouge in the next couple of weeks. I have a bar in Ottawa, obviously, that I run. You better believe I'm going to poke the bear.
I have to tell you, I had a Habs flag upstairs in my house that I was going to put on my car. And when they were down 3-1, I was like, I'm going to go put it in the basement. So I put it in the basement, and we are 7-0 since. I have not touched it.
That is the right decision.
Yep. I refuse to touch it. Staying in the basement, not going on my car, just staying in the basement where it is, not touching it at all. And that's my contribution. I don't touch the blinds once they're closed and the Habs are playing. If we're losing, however, I'll open one to try to change the karma. I'm nuts, but that's like my superstitions that I'm doing for them.
I love it.
It's the best I can offer. Sorry. Also, I'm eating a lot of Wendy's because I had Wendy's like game 1, I think 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the Winnipeg series, and I'm like a little bit Wendy'd out. However, we won, so tomorrow my lunch will be Wendy's again. That's my sacrifice.
What do you have when you go to Wendy's?
I have a number 8, which is the chicken fingers.
Weird.
Why weird? Their chicken fingers are delicious.
That's it. I've never had them. I would never even think to get chicken fingers at Wendy's. I was wondering if you were getting a cheeseburger or a chicken burger.
Oh no, I get just a normal plain hamburger, which is a number 1, but I haven't had that since I was like 15. I didn't eat Wendy's for like 20 years. I didn't eat McDonald's in even longer, but the only fast food I eat is Wendy's, and I like their chicken fingers. Number 8, you should try it. It's really good.
I'm not a Wendy's person. Like, I'll eat it if it's there, if there's nothing else, but it would never be my fast food of choice. It's pretty low on my fast food totem.
What's your number 1? McDonald's?
It's McDonald's. It has to be. There's no way it's not. The variety and the convenience of it are just impossible to beat.
I legit haven't had McDonald's since 1999. I've had it once at an airport because I didn't have a choice in like 2001, I think. But I have not had McDonald's since 1999, except for that one time. I had a gym teacher in CEGEP who was telling us that if you pour vinegar over McDonald's burgers, which I've never had a Big Mac in my life. I only ate the chicken fingers.
Oh, is it the whole thing? You pour vinegar on it, worms come out.
Yes, that whole thing.
That's not true. It's complete bullshit.
Have you tried it?
I worked there for 6 years.
Oh, did you really?
I worked at McDonald's from the age of 15 to the age of 21.
Really?
Yes. Their food quality is as good as you can get for any fast food. It is. There's nothing like, there are no worms or rat pieces, or it's 100% beef. It's the real deal. Well,
he told us that story and that his son did it and it worked and worms came out. So I never ate it. But do you remember their pizza?
Yeah, the most frustrating thing on the planet.
It was the best pizza ever, though.
So, you know what's interesting about that? I feel like this might be a Mandela effect. You know what the Mandela effect is?
No.
The Mandela effect is when people collectively remember something wrong. So, like, it comes from everyone thought that Nelson Mandela was dead when he wasn't. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, Nelson Mandela, yeah, he died. Like, no, he's still alive. But everyone's like, I'm pretty sure he died. Like, no, he's still alive. So it was called the Mandela effect. I'm pretty sure, like, we all think of McDonald's pizza being really good. Like, I remember it being good. I am pretty convinced it's a Mandela effect, and it was actually probably pretty bad. We just were so young that we didn't know any better at the time, and we just thought pizza was cool, right? Because, like, Ninja Turtles was out then and everything. I'm really curious what McDonald's pizza would taste like now, and I'm pretty sure it would suck.
I remember it being delicious, and I can still taste it, and it's been, like, I don't know how many years. What pizza was it? Was it McCain? What was it?
You know, it was McDonald's. Everything is McDonald's brand, right? They don't buy other products. They make their own for everything.
Oh.
But like, and the other thing that sucked about it was you'd order a pizza, you'd wait 7 minutes for it or whatever. They'd come to you in 7 minutes and be like, sorry, we burned it. We're restarting it. You're like, okay. And then 7 minutes later, they come up to you and be like, we burned it again. And then you'd be like, okay. And then 7 minutes later, they're like, here's your pizza. It's a little overcooked, but I hope you enjoy it. You know, like, I don't know.
It was
like
so good.
Pizza, like, lives in like fast food Narnia where we don't remember things properly.
Oh, with the Wendy's breadsticks, Wendy's had like these amazing garlic breadsticks. And when you ordered a salad, it came with those. And my mom used to order the salad, and I used to eat the breadsticks, and they were so good.
Oh, Wendy's breadsticks?
Yes.
I remember those. Those are actually pretty good. I remember that from my childhood. I would never have remembered them if you didn't just bring them up right now.
Wendy's breadsticks and McDonald's pizza. Those are the two things I miss the most. I'm clearly a carb lover. Can you tell?
Yeah, so am I. I think everyone can tell.
Yeah. Oh my God.
McDonald's poutine is off the charts.
Really?
So good.
I've never had it.
It's easily the best fast food poutine. And then in terms of actual poutine quality, the only thing that would beat it is like a Bell Pros with extra cheese.
I used to eat McDonald's French fries like daily after school. On the way home from school, I used to stop and get like a large or medium fry every day, walking to my best friend's house after high school every day for like 4 years.
They're delicious.
They were. I haven't had them in 20 years, but over. Oh my God.
You should have McDonald's this week and treat yourself.
No. Why am I going to bring that jinx? No.
Sorry. In August, have some McDonald's.
No, I'm not eating anything new until the playoffs are over. My mom commented how she's going to make me dinner tomorrow night. And she's like, but you won't let me have this. Like, you can't have the leftovers of it on Wednesday if we lose. And I looked at her and I was like, nope, you'll have to wait till Thursday. You're right. No.
Yeah. Also, like, now that she said it, it's also a problem. So, like, I was talking on Twitter with Veronica Chili Pepper, right?
Yeah.
And she tweeted out like if it was something about one of her superstitions. It was like if I wasn't doing this, if I start doing it now in the third round, am I breaking my superstition? And it was like, well, did you have the idea before the end of round 2? Like if you only just thought about it now, you're good. But if it crossed your mind during round 1 or 2, then it's off the table. You can't do it. Right? Like if you were like, should I probably not like tweak that or change that? As if it hit your mind, it becomes part of your superstition. You cannot change it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like, I'm not drinking right now. I have to keep that going. I can't be like, oh, in round 3, I can start having beer. Like, no, like that's it.
Well, I'm eating a butt ton of donuts because that's something I started in the first round. And thank God they're good, but like my butt doesn't need them. But oh my God, are they good?
Like I can't stop knocking on wood.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that too, a lot.
Because I've been doing it regularly, so I can't remove that from my portfolio now. Once you put something into your superstition portfolio, the hockey gods will not let you take it out. I'm the high priest of the hockey gods, by the way. I know all the rules and every prayer needed.
Okay, good to know. You know who could have used some of the hockey gods on their side?
The Boston Bruins.
Yep.
Man, I'm shocked. I'm not upset, but I'm shocked. They didn't put up a fight.
I know. And Rask was apparently hurt.
Yeah, so Rask is out till January, which is weird because Rask is a UFA right now. He wants to stay in Boston. Boston has a really critical offseason right now, so they have to make some big decisions because Rask, Krejci, and Hall are all UFAs. Who do you bring back? And then what? Like, so let's say you want to bring back Rask, which you probably should, because did you know that Tuukka Rask has the number 1 career save percentage of all NHL goaltenders in history? Like, he's literally got the best save percentage ever.
No, what happened to Halak? Is he not there?
He's probably somewhere there, but so tied for number 1 is Hasek and Rask, and they're different eras. So Hasek's is worth more, I'd argue. If you want theoretically you want Rask because you don't want to roll with just Jeremy Swayman, and you don't know if Halak's back, right? Did they re-sign Halak? I think they did, right?
I don't know, to be honest. I was surprised he wasn't playing in the playoffs. I saw it was Swayman. I was like, what happened to?
Interesting. Like, so what? Like, if you're gonna sign Rask, how long do you sign a goalie that's 34, 35 for? Knowing that he's not going to start playing till January at the earliest.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a tricky one, right? And then David Krejci, I could see him coming back for a pay cut, but like at some point in time, the Bruins are one of the oldest teams in the league with their core, right? They're one of the oldest cores out there. They've already moved on from Chara. At some point in time, they're going to have to pull the trigger and rebuild. And if they wait too long, those assets get devalued so much that you can't get returns on them. Like, I know they want to keep their window open, but they're playing a dangerous game now because that's a few years in a row since they made the Cup final that they just can't get it going.
Yeah.
It's pretty freaky.
I heard they're going to re-sign. I think they're going to re-sign Krejci and Hall, though.
Hall, apparently, it sounds like there's talks, apparently. I don't see why they wouldn't re-sign Hall, and I don't see why Hall wouldn't re-sign. He's like exactly what they need. The fit's been fantastic, and he helps them get a little younger. Not much younger because he's 30, but a little younger.
It's scary that Taylor Hall's already 30, by the way.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, that's actually pretty messed up.
God. Did you watch the Tampa Islander game today?
I did not. I was playing with the kids all day because I've been working nonstop and I've barely seen them the last few days. But I did see the score, which is cool.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was fun. It was entertaining. The
Islanders play Habs-ish hockey. I'm happy that they won. I am happy that they won their series, and I'm happy that they won game one. Like, I think this is cool. And I don't like the Islanders, but I'm happy that they're doing well.
I like a lot of their players. I like Trotz, as you know, but they do play.
Who do you like of their players? I know you like Barzal.
I do. I also like Beauvillier. I like Eberle. I like Noah Dobson.
I like Anders Lee.
I like Anders. Is he fine? I didn't even notice him today.
He's out for the season, right? He's injured.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm a big fan of Ryan Pulock. I've always been a big fan of Ryan Pulock. In my NHL games, I've been trading for him for years because he's got that cannon of a shot.
Yeah, he does. And then there's also Adam Pelech, I believe is his name.
Adam Pelech will have Norris votes this year, you'll see. Guaranteed.
So Adam Pelech reminds me of Ryan Pulock because they sound the same.
Yeah, Pelech and Pulock. Yeah, totally. Yeah. And they're partners, which is they're one of the best D pairings in the league this year.
Yeah, the Pelech-Pulock partner. It's very confusing.
The double P.
And they kept talking about Dobson, but I kept hearing Thompson. And I was like, who the hell is Thompson on their team? And then I was like, oh, it's Dobson. And I knew he played there because I like him, and I was getting very confused. But yeah.
Noah Dobson reminds me of a non-injured Noah Juleson. Not just because they're all Noahs. Like, we're all Noahs.
Yes.
But like similar style, like right shot D, not a high offensive ceiling, good first pass kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, but I like him. I just like their team. I don't know. But I also love Braden Point, so, you know.
No, he sucks.
He doesn't. If Braden Point
who was drafted 5 spots after Brett Lernout.
Wonderful. If Braden Point played for the Habs, would you like him?
Of course.
Would he be your favorite player?
I don't know how to answer that question. That's weird. I mean, probably not, because I have so many, my favorite players are never the stars, right? But I have no way of answering that. I can't even think of how that would work, you know?
I'd love to find out.
Yeah.
They're in deep cap trouble, so.
Are they?
Well, they'll probably just injure someone else to sit out for the year, and but yes.
Yeah, they're just going to, hey, Stamkos, it's your turn again. Like, take 6 months off, please. Thank you.
Yeah, disgusting.
So, I've got the final take on this whole Tampa thing, of being $18 million over the cap. Like this is the end of the discussion for it because it's this simple. We can whine about it all we want. Tampa should do that because it's the smart thing to do. It's not their fault the rules are stupid. We should be mad at the rules in the NHL, not the Tampa. We can also be mad at Tampa, whatever. But, the anger should be directed at the league for having dumb rules. I would encourage any team in the league, if that loophole exists, to exploit the hell out of it.
Well, I hope they change that loophole. I saw there was some talk today about how they should change it, and they should. It's it's just dumb.
I don't think getting rid of that rule would necessarily benefit the league in terms of revenue dollar standpoint, right? So if you're the Tampa Bay Lightning, you want to sell out tickets. If you can shelve $18 million for a little bit and still deliver a good product, you're selling tickets, right? And then when they come back for the playoffs, you're selling more tickets. The more stars you pack into the game onto one team, the more tickets you sell, the more buzz you get, the more revenue you get. So I think the NHL's fine with the system, to be honest with you.
So then obliterate the cap hit. So obliterate the cap.
Oh, the simple fix is easy. The salary cap should count in the playoffs. It's just that simple, right?
Or obliterate it, or get rid of it altogether.
No, you can't get rid of it altogether. Remember what the league was like when there was no salary cap? Of the 30 teams, 28 were bankrupt. It was a joke. The salary cap saved the owners from themselves. They are not capable in any way, shape, or form of operating this league without a salary cap. They are, I use this term literally, too stupid to do it.
Oh, well, we'll see what happens with the salary cap. It's just, I don't know, Tampa, it's whatever. They lost, I'm happy.
Yep, but I'm not happy that Carolina lost.
I know you're not.
I'm a big Carolina Hurricanes fan, dating back to the Eric Stahl days right after they beat us, because when they beat us, I was mad, and then I grew to like them. But Dougie Hamilton is one of those players I wish we had on our team, and I don't think he's going to stay there.
He'd be perfect to get. And you know that Eric Stahl's brother, Jordan, said go Habs?
Yeah, I saw that. I love it.
Yep.
You know who else said go Habs?
Who?
The Nashville Predators.
Why?
So they posted this like banner meme, because like them in Vegas have the banner war going on.
Right. No, but
so like Nashville put up like a Taylor Swift banner, and Vegas like chewed them out for it. Like they memed them so hard. It was pretty funny. Hold on, there's an echo right now. Do you hear an echo? And so, Vegas memed them so hard. It was great because they made a Taylor Swift banner. So Nashville posted one on Twitter the other day saying, it said, "Hey, Vegas, this is why nobody likes you." And they quote you to one of their tweets. And then someone replied underneath being like, "So does that mean you're going for Montreal?" And the Nashville Predators Twitter account replied, "Absolutely, go Shea Weber."
I saw that. I didn't know what it was talking about, but that's what it was about. That's funny.
Yeah, they're officially in Montreal's corner. I love it.
That's great. Woohoo!
Isn't it crazy that we're going to be watching a playoff series against Max Pacioretty and PK Subban is going to be doing color commentary on it?
I know.
That's wild.
It's crazy, but we can't even get it here. I don't know how to even get NBC Sports in Canada. I don't know how to do it.
I think you can get ESPN through Disney Plus as like an extension of the package.
Ooh, really?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Which, I'm not going to get it now, but next year, absolutely. Just because I believe ESPN is going to deliver a much better product. I'm very excited to see what they do.
Interesting. Well, my friend,
what PK does, right? Because I wonder when his contract's over next year if he keeps going or if he just hops into broadcasting. I don't know, right? But he seems good at it, and he's got some personality for it. So I'm curious how it goes. And personality doesn't always mean you're good at broadcasting. I'm very excited to see what PK can do.
I'm interested to see the PK show with talking about us. It's going to be very entertaining.
I could watch Stephen A. Smith and PK Subban talk hockey. It'd be great.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
We got one last team to talk about, and it's the Quebec Nordiques. They sucked and they're out.
Yeah,
I'm really happy we don't have to play them. I wasn't feeling that at all, so I like it.
So McKinnon made a comment, which was very
one shit.
Yeah. So come here. We'll help you. Come here, please. Please come here.
That team's in that. So that team has a cap crunch coming pretty hard because they have to pay Cale Makar this year.
He's so good. But you know what? He's so good. But he reminds me of Carlson. I already told you that. So yeah, he's so good.
Yeah,
so good.
Being reminded of Carlson when you see him means you think he's the best defenseman in the world.
Well, I don't want to go that far. He's just a very good offensive defenseman. He's great, though. I really like him.
Well, he's not an offensive defenseman. He's a good two-way defenseman. Makar's defensive numbers are off the charts, too. He should win the Norris this year. Him or Adam Fox are the 1-2.
Yeah,
right? I would be fine with either. I think I would give Edge Makar, but he missed some time, so I don't know. But Cale Makar is not an offensive defenseman. He's very strong defensively.
He's great. He's also very offensive. So that's what makes me think of him. But he's great.
He generates a shit ton of offense. But he is very good on the defensive end. Erik Karlsson for the first few years was terrible defensively.
Yeah.
Makar's not terrible defensively. He never was. He's good. Karlsson grew into the defensive side, and then the last 3 years he fell off a cliff, right? So.
Yep. No, I love Cale Makar.
But Makar should be getting Drew Doughty money, really.
Can they afford that? No.
Well, that's the challenge, right? Are they going to have to go into a contract war with Cale Makar? I don't know how that looks for their franchise. And they're probably going to have to let Gabriel Landeskog walk.
Oh, interesting.
They're losing their captain.
Yeah, that's an interesting take.
You know who they could use?
Who?
I don't want to talk about the playoffs. Never mind. We're still in the playoffs. We'll talk about it in the offseason.
Well, what a cliffhanger. Okay.
It's Jonathan Drouin.
Yes, I know.
Right? It's screaming at both parties, but I don't talk about it right now because I don't want to mess up anything. We're good.
But who are we going to take in? Are we going to take Cale Makar back? No, they won't give it to us.
But they're going to have a cap crunch. They're going to have to get rid of somebody.
I'll take Nathan McKinnon or Branson.
Not happening.
Or Sam Girard.
Not happening.
I'm just saying.
We could have had Sam Girard. We chose to get Andrew Shaw instead.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a hot take.
Yeah,
You want to know what my hot take is?
What?
It's exactly what you think it's going to be.
My mind is blank right now, so I don't know what it's going to be.
It's that the Montreal Canadiens are going to win this series.
Oh, okay.
That's the hot take. Everyone's counting them out, right? Like, there's no other hot take talk about it. It is the hot take of all hot takes for me.
I hope you're right. I had the same feeling, but I'm just totally a homer, and I admit that. So, yeah.
That's okay. Do you have a different hot take?
I don't, actually. I'm honestly really anxious about this series. So
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Me too. I can't wait. I love 8 and 9 o'clock games, so this is like perfect for me. It's great.
I have a problem with the schedule because it's Bachelor Monday again, so I'm going to have to watch an hour of The Bachelor and then catch up the second hour later.
No!
But it's okay because we're in the conference finals and I'm living my best life right now. You know what's crazy?
What?
In the 4 weeks since the playoffs have started,
Yep.
and no drinking beer,
Yep.
I've lost 14 pounds.
Go you.
I literally have to get a new pair of pants. Like, it's bad. It's wonderful.
Maybe you should stop drinking beer, period.
No, it's delicious.
Okay.
I mean, I could, like, if someone were to incentivize me and be like, I'll give you $1 million to not drink beer for the rest of your life, like, no problem. I could do that. But if there's no like cash incentive, I'm not interested.
Okay. Good to know.
I do have someone else's dumb take that I want people to avoid.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, but it's a specific tweet from a specific person. I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want to slam their Twitter or whatever. But this Leaf fan who's very clearly upset still, which I understand. It's okay. I've lost in the playoffs before myself. I know how you feel, you know.
In the first round, multiple times in a row?
Yeah, mate, no, but like, I think it's worth losing in the conference final. You know, like, it hurts more. I've seen it happen a few times, right? So
Yeah, they don't know what it feels
anyways, this man wrote a tweet criticizing the 4 teams, and they're like, I can't believe how bad this league is. The 4 remaining teams, there's a 4-year-old team, the team in 18th place, a team that's 18 million over the cap hit, and a team with Leo Komarov on the first line. What a joke of a league this is. And I read that, I was like, I don't see anything that's a joke about that. Like, it just speaks to how competitive the league is.
I saw a different version of this tweet, which was a 4-year-old team, 18 million over the cap. I forget what the Islanders one was, and the Montreal Canadiens. And I was like, okay. The truth is, I agree that Vegas shouldn't be there this quick. I've told you that before. I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I've definitely complained about it before and how I don't think it's fair that a lot of teams haven't even made the cup or made the playoffs. And Vegas should not be there because they shouldn't be that good. That was a ridiculous system that they set up.
Well, it wasn't the system. It was the GMs being dumb. Like, it sucks to suck. Sorry that your GM was too stupid to understand. Give Vegas 1 player and don't give them 3. And George McPhee and Gerard Gallant were geniuses. So
yeah, but I agree with that.
The important thing to remember about this, that I will die on this hill so hard. When the expansion draft was over, every single one of us laughed at the roster they had. And we were like, okay, we know who's picking first overall this year. That's a terrible roster. We all said that. To retcon that and go back and say, oh, that wasn't fair is complete bullshit, because we laughed at their roster when they first got it. The fact that they took that roster of misfits and made it good is a testament to how good their management group is. Yes,
it is. But I just think I agree with the 4-year-old team is a little bit insane. And I do agree with that. The 18th place team, whatever, suck it.
You know why that doesn't bother me? Because a couple of years ago, we were like 16th, and there were a couple of teams in the Western Conference with less points than us that made it. So, like, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Oh, for sure. And the truth is, we were in a weaker division, according to many, yet we still came out the winners, didn't we? Ahead of your 80-something point team there, Toronto. Leo Komarov on the first line, whatever.
Who cares? Like, we've seen, like, it happens, you know?
Wasn't he on the Leafs? Yeah, that's why they're so pissed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a specific, like, because this was a Leafs fan who was mad, and then, like, he had to start defending himself in his mentions, and, like, he got ratioed so bad. It was funny.
Yeah, well, he's just a baby because his team lost yet again.
Exactly, and that's why that's a dumb take to avoid.
Yeah, I agree. Except that the one I saw was funnier, but I forget what the Islander thing was, but it was very funny. Anyways, yeah.
Do you have a hottie of the week?
I do. So you're going to know who he is, of course, but it's Brian Dumoulin.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's cool. I think Brian Dumoulin is a supremely underrated player.
I think he's absolutely hot.
He's a good-looking guy. Yeah, I'll give you that. He never would have crossed my mind as someone you were going to pick. I didn't even know he was on your radar. But yeah, like, do you just like look at pictures of NHLers randomly?
I like actually Googled hot NHL players and then see what people say, and I disagree with a lot of them. But then I do my own research, and I legit have a list that I keep now so that I don't keep repeating the same people.
I highly approve of that. That's great.
I still have 4 people on them, except I don't think one of them plays in the NHL anymore, but whatever. But yeah, no, and like they're really cute. Like some of these guys are very good looking. Speaking of, the Montreal Impact had a picture of a bunch of them training on the beach in Florida. And oh my God, hello, like what's up?
Soccer is one of the most physically taxing sports out there, right? Like you have to be in tip-top shape and an exceptional athlete to play soccer. It is harder to be like a soccer player than it is to be any other player sport because you have to run for like an hour nonstop.
Yeah, and these guys were beautiful. And to be honest with you, I don't run anywhere unless it's through a mall at closing time. Otherwise, I don't run. So I get it. Not my thing.
Going back to Brian Dumoulin, because I like giving little tidbits of facts and every time you drop one of these names because it's fun. Yeah. Brian Dumoulin was a key piece of both the last 2 Pittsburgh Stanley Cups. He was kind of one of the guys that people started using as for the argument, you don't need a super expensive elite decor to win a Stanley Cup. You need elite offense and you need elite goaltending, but the defense, as long as they're structured and systematic and they play smart, you can get away with it. And he was the evidence of that, right? He is not your prototypical top pair defenseman. He's very much like Joel Edmondson almost, but a little bit better offensively, a little bit better.
Right.
And he played the top pair minutes really hard, even when Chris Letang was out, and he did a superb job of it. I think he's a super underrated player.
He's also really adorable. So just my thought process on him.
Dreamboat. Yeah. He is sheer hot.
He is. He's definitely. Should I start naming sure nots? Like, by the way, Ben
this person is ugly, and like because we'd have to, instead of calling it like a sure not, we'd have to find some way to shoehorn Olli Jokinen's name into the fit because he's ugly, or like Mike Ricci.
Let's not do that. That's really mean.
Olli Jokinen looked like a walrus. Remember with his handlebar mustache?
No.
Totally.
There's some other ugly hockey players too, but I'm not going to name them because it's mean. Do you have a rant this week?
I don't. I'm on cloud 9 from the past 3 days of work. I'm excited that things are opening up again. I'm excited of people in the business. I'm excited that my staff got to be employed in their normal job functions and not just packing up food. And they were really happy about it. So that was cool. So did I tell you, did we talk about in the last pod how I was opening at midnight?
You said you were going to do it, but you didn't talk about doing it.
So we did it. And like my staff begged me to, and I wasn't going to kill their vibe because they were like, for 2 hours, it'd be so fun. Can we please do it? So I did it. Oh my God. It was so cool. Like we had like 80 people between midnight and 2 o'clock in the morning. So like half our patio capacity. The vibe was so cool. I'm just like, oh my God, it feels like we're running the bend and I'm so happy about it.
I'm really glad. I'm glad that it was good. And that's awesome. I know I texted you and asking you how many people were there and you said 70 at the time. So that's awesome. And good. I'm glad.
I have no rant other than Vegas, get freaking ready.
Yeah, let's do this. I have a few rants, but I'm not going to say any of them today because, well, to be honest, I'm still recovering from my shot and I'm tired.
All right, we're going to do a post-game pod. I imagine we'll probably record it on like later in the week, not tomorrow after the game, but we'll talk about the games as they go through and you'll see us back soon.
Yes, and everybody follow us on social media at FumblePuckPod, except on Facebook where it's at FumblePuck Podcast. Send us an email. We'd love to have guests on the show if you're interested. It would be awesome. Go Habs, go, and let's kick some Vegas ass.